Roman Catholic apologists like Jimmy Akin, the senior apologist from Catholic Answers, argue the Deuterocanonical books were in the Septuagint in Jesus' day, since they can be found in versions of the Septuagint in the early church.
These honored a much broader canon of Scripture that includes everything that we today would find in the Protestant Old Testament. Jesus and the apostles, though, went a bit further. They acknowledged a translation of the Old Testament in Greek called the Septuagint. The Septuagint contains approximately those books that we would today find in a Catholic Bible or in an Eastern Orthodox Bible, at least the Old Testament portions. The Septuagint is quoted overwhelmingly in the New Testament. Whenever the New Testament writers quote the Old Testament, it tends to be from the Septuagint. By some reckonings, as many as 80% or so of the quotations of the Old Testament in the New Testament actually come from the Septuagint. So it's clear that the first Christian writers, the apostles and their associates, used the Septuagint and regarded it as Scripture.
However, what is often not revealed by these same Roman Catholic apologists is that the only books discovered in the Septuagint fragments from before and contemporary with the life of Christ are the Greek translations of the books from the Hebrew Bible, which is identical to the Protestant Old Testament. For example, from the 2nd century BC, the Septuagint translations of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. From the 1st century BC, the Septuagint translation of the entire Torah plus the 12 minor prophets. And from the 1st century AD, the Psalms and Job, which were both included in the 3rd division of the writings and 2 of the books read in the temple by the high priest before the Day of Atonement. The Psalms and Job were also included in the Targums, and they are mentioned in the Deuterocanonical book of Sirach, along with the Torah and the 12 minor prophets. However, none of the Deuterocanonical books have been found amongst the pre-Christian Septuagint fragments, let alone all of them. Also, notice on the screen where Jimmy Akin conceded the Septuagint was, quote, completed before the time of Christ, end quote. This means a version of the Septuagint that Jesus and the apostles used in Israel did not include any of the Deuterocanon, let alone all of them. So assuming the Deuterocanonical books were included in this version of the Septuagint that Jesus read from, simply because we have found them in later versions of the Septuagint in the early church age, is being anachronistic and cannot be supported historically pre-Christian. According to Septuagint scholar Peter J. Williams, there were different versions of the Septuagint in the early church with different books in them, including books not found in either Roman Catholic and or Eastern Orthodox Bibles, such as 3rd and 4th Maccabees, 3rd Esdras, the Odes of Solomon, including the Prayer of Manasseh, the Psalms of Solomon, Psalm 151, as well as books found in 23 versions of the Septuagint at Oxyrhynchus, including the Apocalypse of Baruch. But what about the Kyge recension? And wasn't there a difference between the Alexandrian canon and the Palestinian canon? I will cover this in my next YouTube video.